great development. We can have further development, the opportunities for young men. No limit today is the word. A few years ago, I think so. Yes, indeed. If a young man makes up his mind to work, there's no limit to what he can do.
We are podcast number one. Welcome,
one.
Everybody. Amy, Christina, that's both of our mothers. Thank you so much for listening. We
Thanks,
really
Mom.
do appreciate it. God bless. I'm Zach. This is Tyler.
Hello.
And you are listening to Basement Dwellers.
Yes.
So we are currently in a basement. We're drinking beer.
You're not going to introduce me?
Oh, sorry. This is Dylan, our very shy producer slash good friend.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So what do we got here? First episode of Basement Dwellers.
All about cars.
And other stuff, right? and the cars and other stuff. So I guess do you want to start by telling the folks at home, telling Amy at home, exactly what this is all about?
Yeah. So pretty much 2-3 guys just hanging out in the basement, drinking beer and talking about pretty much anything that we've talked about at bars. Pretty much cars, politics, business, old stories, funny stories, sad stories, just shooting the breeze.
Exactly. And I think that's like sort of where the whole idea came from. And I can't remember if it was you or if it was Dylan. It definitely wasn't me. It was one of you two. That came with the idea like, hey, like, you know, we shoot the shit so much, at these bars, these restaurants, so we may as well just,
record it.
Exactly. Right.
And it took us a very long time to get here because
Months.
we procrastinated a lot.
And there was a wedding for some reason,
Yeah.
in the middle.
For some reason.
But yeah, exactly. Right. Sham wedding.
But we're finally here on a very cold Sunday afternoon. And
So let's jump into it.
Yes.
So what I think our first topic of conversation here is probably sort of like an old school Top Gear-esque sort of challenge. So the one thing, I think that we can both agree on that we loved and from the old Top Gear was these challenges where they take a small amount of money, find a car, fight with each other, and then justify why their car was the absolute best.
And so today we have between 1,000 and 5,000, and we're gonna drive from Philadelphia to
California or LA. There you go. Yeah, there you go.
And so Zach and I have went online, Craigslist, Cars.com, all over to find cars that we would, in theory, buy, and then we have to justify why we picked these cars. And because it's such a small amount of money, these cars are pretty crappy. So we'll probably fight. And
Speak for yourself. I think there's some decent stuff. in here,
Honda
but-
Accord.
Yeah, Honda. Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the things with Zach and I is I'm very practical and realistic, and Zach is very far-fetched and out there.
Not exactly. That we'll agree to disagree. But so yeah, you're so cocky. Let's start with the 1,000.
All right, 1,000.
Pull it up on your laptop here. Show me what you got.
Okay.
And let's see what we're working with. So $1,000 cross country.
I actually
What do we
went
have?
below budget here.
Okay,
Saved
and sell it to me. What do you got?
saved a whopping $5 on this car.
Okay, so $9.95. What did you come up with? This is gonna be awful. I can already tell.
Pay the transfer fee.
A
Yeah.
used
In
1998 Honda Civic EX.
Why? Oh my god.
With
Is this just marry this car? Did you just take a photo of marry this car?
with 208,000 miles on it. All right, so we have this nice car over here.
At least it's like black. It's a coupe. Wow.
And
You went on Cars. Why did you go on Craigslist? Why did you go on Cars.com?
I was in a crunch, all right? I was in a crunch. And the reason why I picked this
You
car
texted
is
me 2 weeks ago asking if I had done the podcast.
because
prep work.
I
Yeah.
myself have a Honda Civic. It's 2009. Her name is Lucy.
Okay.
Great car.
That's my Acura's name.
And where's your Acura now? Exactly. Exactly. And how's your coupe doing right now?
Yeah.
$700 part that you have to pay for. Exactly.
I told you that in confidence.
So I picked this car because I myself have a Honda Civic, and I know they are workhorses, and they can drive from here to LA with no problem.
You would want to sit in a car in a Honda Civic from 1980, whatever, and drive to LA. Seriously, that's your idea of a fun car.
I'm not saying fun; it's practical.
Okay, all right.
But wait, this is a stick shift manual, 5-speed. I think it was.
I think you've been.
And it's black.
And it's black.
Real plain tire.
It's a coupe, man.
Has the
So-
original floor mats. All right. I think they have weird stains on them, but they're still original. So that's my car right there.
Okay,
and I think it would make it all the way.
you ready to get smoked here? Okay, so I'm now realizing that as we started talking, the price is listed as $123. I think that is probably oh wait, oh god. Okay, yeah, so that probably is right. So I found myself a 1992 BMW E34 525i Touring with a 5-speed, and that is in beautiful British racing green M Sport package, and it's a wagon.
No.
Get a load of this bad boy. 264,000 miles. There's a whole, as if you can see here, about 5 paragraphs worth of problems with the car, but still,
Exactly.
I will be enjoying myself the entire way here. As you can see,
Wow, great
Does it have
picture.
a wooden belt?
the gentleman has cleaned the car as well. He's posted a photo of himself washing the vehicle, so you know it's he takes good care of his car here. Included in here, oh god. Okay, so it
Exactly.
originally was an automatic, but he swapped it out for a 6-speed.
All right, so while
Harnesses.
while I'm driving through like
The guy-
Wyoming,
Wait, hang on a second. The car is solid and a practical daily driver while still being a blast to drive. Okay. Negatives are as follows. Paint isn't perfect. Dents all over the car. The gas tank leaks when it's 3/4 full, but I do have a replacement tank that I haven't installed. Exhaust is leaking and the headliner is beginning to peel. If you're interested, please call me.
exactly.
I
So,
stopped driving it due to the winter salt. That is what stopped him from driving the car, is the salt. Okay.
So while
yeah,
we
yeah.
start at the start line and your car doesn't start, or you make it 10 miles and your gas tank is empty, and I'm all the way on 95 already cruising,
But you know what? The most important thing about this challenge is it's about having fun and enjoying yourself.
I'm not gonna have fun.
What is more fun than a 92
Yeah, but you gotta
Beamer with a
get there,
5-speed?
too.
exactly?
I'll get there in time, whether it be in the back of a tow truck or actually in this car. We'll see, but
No.
it'll be fun.
No.
Like it'll be interesting.
And in Top Gear fashion, if you break down, I'm not gonna stop and wait for you. I'm gonna continue going and wish you luck.
yeah, but in Tyler fashion, the car that he thinks is going to be the most reliable is the one that's going to break down right away.
No,
so
mine will start and keep going, and then I might have a little wobble, but I'll get there. This thing's a workhorse.
all right, so okay, so we'll agree to disagree. Obviously, I
that's
think
gonna happen a
I
lot.
think you're very stupid. I don't think that's fun. I think that's lame. So what's the other price point? What do you have? 45, like around 5,000?
No more than 5,000.
Okay, no more than 5,000. What do you have for that one?
All right.
Can this be at least be more fun and
It is.
interesting? Thank God.
And I picked this car because it's close to my heart, and it's not a Honda.
Is it an Acura?
It is an Acura.
Oh my God! Here we go.
It is a 2004 Acura.
Is this
TL.
your dad's?
It
old
is my
car?
dad's
Did you
car.
find your dad's old car? Oh my God!
So my dad had an Acura. Probably, I think his was a 2006, his first one, and it was the car that I learned how to drive in. That thing was way too fast for a 16-year-old that just got his license, cruising down Newtown. And this is $5,000 exactly. So
All right,
perfect.
let me see. How many miles? 100 some odd thousand.
120.
Okay,
Exactly the same car that my dad had.
it's
Exactly.
like Billy Bob's Auto Sales or something. Like, how come the photos have like
Leather-
this like
leather
sepia
seats.
tint to them? Oh my God!
Oh, look, he's doing donuts in the snow. This car is a fun car.
Never, always been babied. Yeah, exactly. This guy.
I've had a lot of fun in this car. You and I have had fun in
We
this
actually,
exact
yeah,
car.
I remember that day that you
Smoked our first cigars while driving this car with
Sorry,
Tom.
That's
Yeah,
right.
sorry,
we did
Mom.
in the old TL. That's right. That was
That was
fun.
back in high school when we were bigger douchebags than
That's true.
Or
I
not.
mean, that's debatable. I mean, ask plenty of people; they'll debate that. So, is this still like cross country? Right? You have to drive
we were.
cross
Yeah,
country.
so this car, it's not the fastest car, right? It's not the fastest car. I will admit that. But
It'll work.
it'll definitely
It's
get me
just like there's so much more fun you could
there. Yeah,
have.
I understand.
Do you want to take a guess? Maybe what I selected?
BMW?
No, it's not a BMW. Not a BMW.
Oh.
Let's go. Anything? Yeah. Anything else before I
Wait.
smoke you here?
It's not a coupe.
It's a 2-door.
The Jag.
I was thinking about that. You mentioned Jag before we started recording. I was thinking about that, but no,
Is it a Mini?
it's not a Mini.
Oh, you drive a Mini now.
Yeah, it's not.
had, like,
it's
3
not
engines
a
in the last
Mini. It's not.
year.
It's had 1 engine replacement, and it wasn't my fault. But that's for the next podcast. I found myself a 1987 Porsche 944 with 135,000 miles on it. Beautiful black. Contact Dave, which I probably will be doing after the show today. Apparently, it's mint condition. Okay, take a look at some of these photos here. Gorgeous,
All right,
gorgeous.
It looks very nice.
But look, here's what it comes with. You haven't even seen the best part. Sheepskin seat covers. Take a look at that
you know
bad
that
boy
guy
there.
was
Is that
I-
wash?
What wash?
The sheepskin.
Hey, look, man.
Take a black light to that.
I got to take it to the dry cleaner.
I'm calling
take a
PETA.
black light to it, right? But so the thing about that, I mean, you got yourself a nice 1987 Porsche with a 6 or 5. Actually, I think it's a 5-speed with pop-up headlamps. I mean, come on, what is more fun than that in rear-wheel drive? It'd be a blast.
Again, in
Cruising
Zach
down,
fashion,
ripping it down 95.
when that thing does, and it will break down, you can't just go to any car dealer or like garage. And when we're stuck in the Midwest, when it's Billy Bob Thornton at the car shop,
Is that an actor?
yeah,
I think I just started watching a show with him in it, Goliath on Amazon. Well, we'll get back to it. It's a great show, though.
when you're stuck in the middle of nowhere on Route 66, they're gonna have to order parts from Porsche.
But it doesn't
Da,
matter.
da, da, and you know I'm
Duct
right.
tape. It's a Porsche. It's fine. Like it's not nothing's gonna
It
break.
will break down.
But you know what? Life
Yeah, but
is
you'll
about
stop at Mater's Auto Shop. You said Route 66, right?
movie cars.
Isn't the point of that movie that no one takes that road
Yeah,
anymore?
what's the town?
I
Dang
can't
it.
remember. That rusty tow truck was so annoying, man.
Mater
Yeah.
is the best character.
I think
so.
Sally the Porsche, coincidentally, I think was my favorite. But
You're into
Um,
cars? Are you gonna be that guy that marries his car?
probably. Maybe it has sheepskin seat covers, maybe. But so yeah, I think this would be a blast. Yeah, but it's a story to tell, right? That's what it's all about. Oh my
All right, so
God.
what are the categories of judgment? Fun.
Fun. So okay.
Are there
getting
really
there?
any categories, or are we just gonna like fight? I mean, like
No, okay.
I think you gotta.
I think Dylan could be the
Yeah, you
design
gotta
factor.
categorize it.
you know what? I actually like that. I like so the next time we do this,
No, we'll do it
let's-
now. We'll do
let's
it now.
We'll you want to do it
All
now?
right, so we have fun,
Yes.
reliability, and then
Time to get there.
time to get there.
Okay.
Well, that would be roped into reliability.
Okay.
I need another beer. Tell you if your car key. Well, we don't have actually a real bottle opener, so we're using Tyler's car keys right now. The crack keys open.
Then so fun, reliability, and we need one more category.
That's right. The sound of our podcast is going to be beers being cracked open and Tyler's tears when he loses all these competitions.
Looks,
Yeah, it's true. Style.
style.
Really good.
Fun.
Are you drinking this too?
practicality.
Yeah, I am.
This is really good.
What are we drinking right now?
Loggenkugel, Leinenkugel.
Longer.
The kid has one beer, he's
only
gone.
The only thing I know Leinenkugel's for is that summer
Shandy.
shandy that we
Yeah.
have.
All right, so
Yeah,
let's
okay.
go over the 1,000 category.
All right, so right now it's fun, reliability, and style.
Fun, reliability, style. We got the Civic. And we got the 92 fantastic BMW E93 hatchback.
All right, Dylan. So mine, I'll give you style. Definitely not.
Oh, that's 10 out of 10.
But reliability, I think.
See, I feel like Tyler's always going to win one, Zach's going to win two.
Yeah, see? Because I'm right. But Tyler, think of the potential. You could put a little fart can exhaust on that. You put a massive drag racing ring on the
But just
back.
my initial
You know?
thoughts are the under 1,000, I give it to Tyler because practically, I don't know if your car's going to make it.
It will.
Woo!
We're gonna make
That's
it on,
one.
Make it on love. That's how it's gonna
But
work.
given a little more money, I choose Zach's because his have a little more flair to it
All right.
and they seem more fun.
How about other and we started talking about this. How about other like business news? Have you noticed anything you've been particularly interested in or
I did get a notification the other day that Amazon is trying to buy Target. So,
yeah, I saw that.
and I've
I didn't think that was real. I thought
I've
that
had
was
a lot
like,
of conversations with people from work about. I believe personally that Amazon will destroy brick and mortar stores
they already
to a-
have. I mean,
to an extent, because like you see Sears, they're pretty much within the next year they're gone.
dude, they've been like barely
Gone, yeah.
hanging on for the longest time.
And so, and then I've seen, well, Amazon, you can now do groceries. My
Mm.
mom solely gets her groceries from Amazon. They
Does
just
she
ship them
really?
to our house.
we only get like half, but that like solely. That's
All right,
it.
not solely, but, like
mostly
majority,
everything. Yeah.
unless we need something right then and now.
The stuff you know you already want.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
bread,
'Cause I feel
eggs.
like when I go to the grocery store, it's like I don't know what I want, so I want to look at stuff.
Right. You want to
Yeah.
shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she just
but
gets
people don't like that.
she gets her necessities. So like eggs, milk, juice, snacks.
But is there not a happy balance there? Like, cause see that way you can do that shopping, like you said. Because I'm the same way. I'm sure you're the same
Mhm.
way too, Tyler. Like, it's nice to just shop around and find cool stuff, or realize you
Yeah.
actually want something. Buy out the entire aisle of bottles of wine. That's usually what happens for me. But yeah, and then the essentials, like you said, you can still go on Amazon. Every month I'll get this much toilet paper, this much paper towels. But is that, not to get too technical, but is that enough to keep all these grocery stores afloat if people are buying all those essentials on Amazon?
A lot of them do online shopping. So these ShopRite, Giants, Acme.
Oh yeah, I see those trucks.
You can go on their website, do your shopping, and then pick up at the store, or even have it delivered.
And you can compare prices.
Exactly. You can just have all the tabs open.
But so how does Amazon even do that? Because it's a widely known thing that for grocery stores the margins are 1%. That's why there's never any get $20 off coupons or whatever, because they physically cannot do it. They physically cannot do it.
There's even, I know in California, there's Amazon grocery stores.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to touch on too.
Yeah, you go in, and I don't understand the full technology about it, but you pick your eggs, your bread off the shelf, and you walk out, and somehow it knows what you have.
So here's
and it eliminates lines.
Here's the Engadget article they posted on this a while ago. So it's a concept store. I think it's either in Seattle or
it's concept.
I think it's Seattle or maybe it's California. I don't know. So the thought is that you have an Amazon connected device, say your phone, and you walk in, and it automatically recognizes you. You're signed into your Amazon account. That's your personal profile. You're pulling stuff off the shelves, putting it in your physical basket. And you just walk out, and it just bills your Amazon account.
Yeah.
And I think that is so cool. I think that's fantastic.
It eliminates lines.
Yep.
You literally just I need sugar to make something. Grab it and then run out.
And maybe that's how they increase the overhead, right? So we talked the margins 1%. So they decrease the overhead. Sorry, they decrease the overhead by not having cashiers, not having all these other people around. They have a manager and maybe a janitor. That's
a tech support if something
a
goes
produce
wrong.
guy. Yeah, exactly. Right, because if something goes wrong, people are just walking. People are just walking out. Then we got a real problem, right? So how does that work? But it's so cool. I mean, this is stuff no one ever would have thought was possible. So what's the reach going to be like with Target? I almost wonder if they're going to use Target as a sort of like how a BJ's is, right? So you have
buy in bulk.
Not even buy in bulk. They use it as a warehouse. That's what I'm trying to get. They use it as a warehouse. So you can walk into Amazon's Target and buy stuff, but they can also ship stuff to people's homes. So they use all the brick and mortar locations that exist already.
As warehouse.
Right, as warehouses to get stuff to people's houses faster. So that way they can do that one day shipping. They can get you eggs and milk.
The same day shipping.
Exactly.
Because there's a lot of stuff at Target that are solely sold at Target that you can't get anywhere else.
And Target has their own supply chain. I think I think that's what Amazon might really be after is this supply chain. And
because there's Targets everywhere.
Right. And that's Amazon's big thing. Amazon now has their own planes. They have their own trucks. And Target has all that too. So maybe they just take it over. And drones now too. I think Domino's is doing that as well.
All they don't have is the production of those.
Right.
But they have the entire chain down.
A monopoly? There's a word.
Vertical integration is not monopoly.
That's the word for it. Vertical integration.
Horizontal.
You own the entire supply chain. Yeah.
Horizontal integration would be a monopoly because it's the same industry.
Right.
You
that's why they broke up AT&T all those years ago. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those baby bells.
But then with what's his face, Elon Musk making electric trucks that drive themselves, pretty much.
Elon Musk, yeah, great guy. I love Elon Musk. Yeah, he's awesome. Elon Musk, yeah.
That because I know Pepsi's bought those trucks too.
Oh yeah, Yingling. Yeah. Yingling's bought 100 of them. Yeah, that's right. Represent. No, so Tesla produced just announced a couple weeks ago a semi truck. A fully autonomous semi truck to replace all these people and truck drivers. Not bashing truck drivers at all. I think it's a pretty tough job for what they do, but they make $80,000 plus. I mean, they make quite a bit of money.
You work twice as much as anyone else.
Exactly. Yeah, they work hard for it.
It's equivalent of $40,000.
But you figure, Tesla's fully autonomous semi truck. The guys at the other end unload the truck. The truck drives itself with all the sensors, and they use all the data they've gathered from the Model S and all the other cars they have now to help it drive itself. How much money can that save? I mean, that's got to be insane. And the truck doesn't have to sleep because there's no driver, so it just keeps going.
Think about if Amazon tapped into getting, because Amazon has their own delivery system.
Right.
One of the fulfillment centers near my office, and it's just literally people with their own trucks and vans.
Yeah.
Lines up.
Yep.
Down the street, and then they just get their packages, gets their routes, and then drive off.
So what if they buy autonomous cars? Is what you're getting at, right? Yeah.
They pay those guys probably $15 an hour all day.
They can't pay them that much an hour.
Who unloads the packages?
They do.
No, but I'm saying if it's an autonomous car.
Maybe the guys at the other end that are. So if you're dropping off Yingling at a beer store, the guys at the other end, the beer store employees are taking it off. Because I don't think the truck driver really has to do much of that anyways.
But what I think your point is, the truck drivers. You can pay a guy less.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. But if they did RFID thing,
you can pay guy less money just to take a
But doesn't he
package
have
off a
to
truck.
be in the truck anyways?
Yeah, but it's more responsibility to drive the truck
Yeah.
and then unload it than just unloading the truck. So
Right.
if you were to just pay a guy $10 an hour, or even less than that, to unload a truck, that's less money than they probably pay the guys that drive and unload.
But that's also not, if we're going to keep using Yingling as an example, that's not Yingling's cost, people unloading the truck. They're not paying for those.
No,
the
it's like
employees at the beer store. The beer store is paying those employees.
Yeah.
So they can make that work. I mean, that's a huge savings. That's insane.
It is.
And they bought 100. That's just crazy. I mean, granted, it's just a pre-order. You can cancel at any time, get your money back. But they've committed millions and millions and millions of dollars for this truck, just on the hopes that they could work. I mean, and all these other big companies doing it too. I mean, that should tell you something.
Exactly.
And
Pepsi, Yingling. There's probably other people.
There's
that do it.
other big ones too. Yeah, it's the Clydesdale horses. Is that Yingling?
No, that's
Like the really fancy horses.
Budweiser.
That's Budweiser. I think Budweiser did it too. But okay, those things are huge.
Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah. Thank you, Super Bowl commercials. Exactly. Yeah, I think that's really, really cool that is now an option. It's a little scary though. I mean, like,
Yeah, I get
all
scared.
this stuff is a little scary.
I get scared driving next to a truck that's being
That's
driven
not.
by.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
could it even detect, like, how it'd be like bridges are so low, trucks can't drive down this road, or they won't fit on this bridge? Like, you got to constantly update the information.
Yeah.
Right, and see, that's the other thing too, right? So when it gets in an accident, how do you even file a police report? It's an autonomous truck. I mean, you got all the sensors and the video cameras, but
Yeah.
Like, who
And
pays
the problem
that
is,
fine?
it's going to kill someone at one point. That's
Yeah.
going to be the biggest problem.
But see,
and then
that's
they're
the-
going to say who's responsible.
that's the interesting thing too. So I own a bunch of Tesla stock, not a bunch, maybe like 5 or 6 shares.
Rolling in the
but,
dough.
But yeah, it was a decent chunk of change to put down. So I try and stay, up to date with the company. And there have been, to your point, there have been quite a few people who have gotten in accidents or who have hit these cars, the sedans, while they're in autonomous mode on the highway. They always go after and go, oh yeah, well, it's not my fault, blah, blah, blah. And they pull up the camera data because there's cameras all over the car and it says, yes, it was. Or the car told you to put your hands back on the wheel and you didn't. It's your fault. It's not Tesla's fault. It's your fault. The driver's fault. So I think that with all the sensors and cameras that they have, it would probably clear up all this stuff. But again, computers make mistakes, probably a lot more than people do. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
people make mistakes, computers make mistakes, but you can blame a person easier than
Yeah,
you can
who
blame a
Right.
computer.
Who would be at fault?
Right.
Like Yingling
Yeah.
for owning, or like
Or is
owning
it
these
Tesla's
trucks,
fault?
or is it Tesla's fault for programming it incorrectly or whatever?
And what does that open them up to, right? All these lawsuits, what if it continues that? What if there's a bug in the programming, right? And it ends up killing multiple people? I mean, that could destroy the company.
Or you hack cars.
Right, yeah, exactly. That's the other thing, too. I mean, it could destroy the entire company. You could hack the cars, you could wreak havoc. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. But on the same, sort of note, did you see that video of the Tesla Model X SUV pulling a semi-truck in the snow?
No, but that sounds awesome.
It was a seriously. I guess this truck got stuck on the hill, and the Model X latched himself up to it. His buddies got out, sort of videotaping the whole thing. He's pulling a semi truck, an 18-wheeler, up a snowy hill in the middle of this huge snowstorm on Thursday. He's just cruising up the hill, pulling him along. It was really, really.
Did you
cool.
have work on Thursday?
Yeah, I drove.
Oh yeah, you did.
I didn't
So
take
did
the Mini. I took the Acura.
Acura.
Yeah, it was bad. It was very, very awful, actually.
We wanted to leave early from the office, but no one was having it.
Yeah, that snow is unbelievable.
It was awful.
It was freaking crazy. It was freaking crazy. And they still haven't completely plowed everything. There's still roads, half of the road is covered. Good old PennDOT, right? Good old PennDOT, best road service company in the nation, obviously. But
Try living in an apartment complex that half the people shovel their cars out very poorly, and then they just shovel it onto the grass. So when you're trying to get out of your car onto your sidewalk up to your house, it's just you're in ankle deep snow.
I mean, maintenance doesn't shovel for you?
I think there's 2 guys.
What do you pay for? Holy crap! What man? You
An
got the crappiest apartment. Jeez.
Knightsbridge. I have the best apartment.
Sorry, we'll edit that out. We don't want people to know where we live. All the thousands of people all over the world who are going to be listening to this. Yeah, ranting about politics and cars. Exactly.
Why you guys talk about, since you told me the premise was about recent college grads. Where'd you go to college? What was your degree?
Okay. Well, I recently graduated from Cairn University with a bachelor's in business administration.
And what's Karen?
Cairn is a pretty small biblical university.
Microscopic.
Yeah, located in Philadelphia area. But they have a pretty big business program and other programs there too. So, yeah, it was a good experience. and right now I'm just kind of looking for other job opportunities. Real hard.
Yeah, I'll make sure I send this podcast to your boss. I graduated from Penn State Abington with a degree in, I think it's bachelor's is 4 years. Yeah, we are, exactly.
Yeah.
Bachelor's is 4 years, so bachelor's degree in management and marketing. Been going pretty good. Found a job that I like for the most part, which is great. But Tyler's exactly right. It's all about keeping your eyes open all the time. You never know what's going to come next. And I think that puts us in sort of a unique spot, right? I don't know. I think it'd be interesting maybe for other people and for us to look back on what we're talking about today, just to see what this whole transition period is like from college to an actual career. Yeah, from college to adult, exactly. So absolutely.
And Dylan, what about you, Mr. Producer?
Yeah, Mr. Producer.
I went to Temple University for audio production, which I'm doing now. So
literally right now.
Literally as we are talking.
I don't have a full-time job like these guys, but I work a couple part-time jobs. So.
And we are not paying him a cent for this.
Yeah, you're not paying me a
Well,
cent.
actually, I just gave him beer, so technically that buys at least 4 more podcasts. So
that's true. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm excited to talk about college and future podcasts. I have a lot of opinions.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think maybe you're exactly right. We should leave that for a whole segment because I think we can all agree we could probably rip into quite a few things that went on.
And I feel like this podcast's about cars because that's what you guys enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Politics, like local or recent news.
Mm-hmm.
Technology, definitely. Love talking about that.
Absolutely.
And then just like recently graduating from college. Just being a 20-year-old.
Yeah.
And alcohol.
Yeah.
And definitely alcohol. Definitely alcohol. I mean, I'm not sure we talked about this on air quotes at all. But I think we kind of kicked the idea around of looking up some interesting drink recipes that really none of us have heard of. And maybe just trying to make them sort of in studio here, which is just this gorgeous studio, actually. Marble flooring, flat screens all over the place. You guys should really see this. It's a work of art. But no, so I think it would definitely be interesting for us to just be making the drinks here, trying them. Probably a lot of puking going on, but it'll be interesting. I think it'll be a good experiment, and maybe give us and give the audience, Amy and Christina, give them a chance to order some new drinks at the bar.
Should we end with like how we know each other? Because we're just talking about stuff.
Yeah, go for it. Why don't you start it off?
Zach and I have been friends since probably middle school.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
And then we went to high school together, and
unfortunately, we're still friends at this point. So, what's the rule? 8? You know someone for 8 years, and you're friends for life. So I'm stuck with Tyler.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
So
sorry.
Him and I have gotten into some trouble in high school, and then kind of just stayed friends after high school and through college. And then Dylan and I have been friends since like
birth.
We were 3 years old or something like that. So him and I go way back. So yeah, and then we kind of just all kind of came together the last couple years. I guess it's been about a couple years since we all been hanging out together.
Yeah,
and it's just
been fun.
Kind of great.
It's been great. Yeah,
and probably other guys will probably come in too.
Yeah, come and join in, tell stories, help us out, help us along here.
Yeah, definitely stories.
Drink our beer. But yeah, I think there is a lot coming up, a lot for us to talk about in the future, and I think we're all pretty excited to do that. So
yeah,
thanks for listening.
Yes,
tell your friends. Rate us on iTunes, give us 5 stars. And we'll see you guys hopefully soon.
Yes, thank you.
All right.